Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as my analytics shows that a very large portion of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and that is a Snoop doggone shame. This is probably one of the coolest things that we've gotten in a very long time, and I will explain and preface it by saying, remember how I keep mentioning that we're getting a lot of Bitcoins going here, Bitcoin's price prediction, and everyone keeps falling in the exact same circle, the exact same category. Of course, you have some people who are a little bit more bullish than others, but the fact remains, everyone is kind of in the exact same ballpark. I'm going to explain it to you. It's going to be a little bit crazy, but then I think that you'll get it by the end. I'm almost certain. People use a varying arrays of different charts and metrics and analytics to kind of see where Bitcoin's price is going. As the cryptocurrency market in its entirety is just been around for roughly around 15 years, because Bitcoin has been around for 15 years, kind of all that we have to go on. However, our market cycles have been relatively predictable in a manner of different ways. The weirdness comes in from a lot of the analysts now who are saying that this might be the end of cycles, as we went over around 3 months ago. The idea for the end of cycles has to do with, we've never seen this level of accumulation before. We've never seen this much money flowing into the market. Therefore, as every time recently, whenever we see that people are selling, it's always retail investors, these coins get gobbled up very quickly by whales. And therefore, if the ETFs are holding millions of Bitcoin, corporations and countries are holding millions of Bitcoin, anytime that someone might sell to take a profit, those coins are gone, because it's no longer me, you, us, we fighting for crypto on the market. It's now like big players with big money. That's the far in the other corner kind of idea for the market. If we go back to the original up and down, up and down, up and down kind of market cycles for Bitcoin, this is where this person steps in. Now, I love numbers, I love history, and this one is kind of like a little bit creepy, if I can say that. Someone by the name of Sminston, that's Sminston, and then his last name is With, as in like I'm with you. A Bitcoin researcher shared his latest study on Twitter, where he analyzed every previous bull cycle from 2011, 2013, 2017, and 2021 to evaluate what he calls the decaying peak. That's the weird part I told you, like it's going to get a little odd at some point. He uses this to try and figure out exactly when the cycle high is going to be, and basically kind of how much time you have until the price whittles back down and then slowly starts to go back up. It says a decaying period in an investment cycle means the diminishing returns of a strategy over time after the opportunity has been widely adopted or exercised. The decaying period reaches a peak when the rate of decline in an asset's value accelerates and the time left to realize a profit from the trade speeds up. Basically, how much time you have before it kind of, once again, whittles down back in price. The researcher explained he conducted an exponential decay. Not so just for one thing, it's for the entirety of everything that we've seen, considering the prices of 2011, 2013, 2017, to get to the, okay, here we go. He wanted to see, this is years ago, he wanted to see what the all-time high of Bitcoin's price would be in 2021. The objective was to understand if the data would work based on the previous data that he had before. Everyone still with me? Checking out the past to basically see what the future or the present would be. It says, and I quote, "The results were pretty striking. His charts showed that the actual price peak would be around $65,000 when we actually ended up going to, I believe it was $69,000 per Bitcoin. The results were staggering, etc., etc. Scrolling down a little bit further. So here's where it gets a little bit weird. I don't know what's in the crypto Kool-Aid. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on or how everyone is coming to the exact same conclusion. His numbers show the most bearish numbers for Bitcoin. Like if everything is terrible for Bitcoin, here's where it gets weird. By the 1st of January, is everyone with me? By the 1st of January, his numbers show the most bearish numbers are $164,000 per Bitcoin. His most bullish for the 1st of January, and I don't know how you would get here. I honestly don't know how you would even get to these. I can't imagine what would have to happen to the world's economy. And I mean like good as far as like interest rate cuts for us to get here. His chart is showing the upper range on the 1st of January is $233,000 per Bitcoin. He has a quarter one, end of quarter one, end of quarter two, end of quarter three, and end of the year predictions for the lowest in Bitcoin. By the end of quarter one, he says we will be minimum at $169,000 per coin. The upper range is more or less $250,000 per coin. That's why I was saying I want to believe me. I want to believe more than you could possibly imagine. But my brain can't conceptualize by the end of quarter one us hitting $250,000 per coin. Even crazier. This is where it gets even crazier. His charts are showing for some reason that by the middle of the year, we move, but don't really move. By the end of quarter one, his charts show $169,000 for Bitcoin. By the end of the year, his chart is showing a $288,000. It says 288,211. 282,211 per Bitcoin by the end of the year, which is typically the time period, once again, that everyone is considering will be the end of this bull market and bull cycle. You know why these numbers are weird? Because they're nearly the exact same numbers that we've been getting from every other, how do I say this? Not crazy number analyst, because a lot of them we've been getting as well have been like 600s, 800,000, $1 million Bitcoin. And I've been like, ew, you know, those kinds of things. But the numbers that we're constantly have been quoted as like the normal figures for Bitcoin has been anywhere from $250,000 to $300,000 per Bitcoin. I guess a lot of it also depends on how bullish you really are. If this guy's prices ends up being correct, we'll be able to literally basically map out the entirety of the cryptocurrency market for years to come, because his chart was basically correct before. It was off by a couple thousand, but you get it. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where we go by the end of the year. For those of you who do not know and just didn't hear the words I just said, for some reason, and I think this is probably extra fueled by the idea of interest rate cuts. The idea is that by the end of the year, every analyst has said October, end of October, no more so November, December, a $100,000 plus Bitcoin. If we get to a $164,000 Bitcoin by the 1st of January, altcoins are going to have an extremely good time. But also this is, I mean, everyone's numbers are kind of the same. Time moves forward, so we don't really have a choice. Like, we will have to see if these numbers actually end up coming true. But it is a little weird that everyone's numbers are nearly exactly the same. What would any of you do if by the end of this year Bitcoin's over 150,000 and altcoins have already 5, 6, 7x? I don't think anyone has a real answer for that. Like, I don't think we're mentally prepared for anything that's going to happen. Yeah, that's the, what's his name once again? Hold on. Wait for it. Wait. Smithson with. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. It's getting a little crazy out here. Hope you've all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.